Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brian here. Welcome to another episode. That's actually the first episode of Brian's RePodcast. I'm still thinking that's going to be a tentative name for now.
I like.
Hello? Is that who's there?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
It's a ghost.
it's a ghost. I think that's XL Ninja Man LX.
Oh, by
From
golly, you got me.
yeah, from twitch.tv. We are going to be doing this inaugural podcast. Forgive us, as this can be unstructured as much as possible. And yeah, just trying to get back on the horse on doing this podcast thing. My name is Brian. I am your host. I am also the host of Brian's Republic, home of the Game Overs on twitch.tv. And I've invited my friend here, XL Ninja Man LX, or can we call you? What can we call you? Can we just call you Ninja Man, or do you
Eddie.
want? We can call you Eddie.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Thanks.
Perfect. Eddie, thank you so much for joining me today. You are a streamer on Twitch, and you found me, I think, and
I did.
And we've been mutually connected for quite a long time now. And I just wanted to start this whole streamer series podcast with some of the people that I've met along the way in my journeys of streaming and of creative exploration on the streaming platform called Twitch and also YouTube. Eddie, what was the first thing for you? What was your push to start your streaming? I know you're on hiatus right now, but I know that you've been streaming for quite a while now. Hey,
I have. Yeah. Well, it kind of started as a hobby, on and off, like three-ish years ago. Started as a hobby, and then I was like, wait, this is fun. I like this, and so I just kept doing it in my free time. And the main reason I stream is kind of just to connect with more people, really.
that's
And
fair.
expand my horizons, see what see what kind of people I could meet, what kind of community I could build.
So you wanted to create something meaningful and meet new people. Would you say that the people that you've met I'm gonna get into the heavy topics here right away.
Go ahead.
I find that on Twitter and on Twitch and people who motivate people on these platforms, they say, you know what, you're out there to make friends. Now, friends is a loaded word, don't you think?
Indeed, heavily loaded word. Because, oh boy.
Yeah, I know, right? See, so heavy right away.
I like it. So, a friend is like, in my eyes, it's a concept and a perception for some people.
Mhm.
Because everyone has their own definitions of friendships and what they would and wouldn't do for their quote unquote friend.
Exactly.
So I guess it all depends on the limits of friendship and the boundaries made, the conversations had, things of that nature.
Yeah. And I just sometimes I feel like saying I'm here to make friends seems, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It seems disingenuous at times.
That's the word
When
right there.
yeah, it feels like it because I've actually never characterized that or my when I'm doing my streaming as I'm here to make friends, because it feels like, I have my own life, right? You have your own life, but you guys, let me into your lives for, from time to time, and oh, hold on a second here.
Is that Miss Republic?
No. It's a friend of mine. To give him a shout here short after we're done here. That'll be edited up. But yeah, it's kind of like I don't want to mislead people, right?
I hate
And
doing it myself.
what's that?
I hate doing that myself.
Yeah, I know that. It's one of those things where it's a very fine line between streamer and stream watcher. When it comes to these types of things, I want to be your friend in that, The time that we're together, let's have some fun, play some video games. But I found in my travels, I find that when I hear people say, "Hey, I'm here to make friends. I'm here to do this and that," it's just like, are you really though? Is that I'm here to be as accessible as possible. But I mean, like for me and you, I mean, like you're here on my podcast right now. I consider you one of my stream friends, and we talk about and we try to talk about as much as we can with each other in that streaming vein. But I mean, I haven't met anyone as purely genuine as yourself throughout this whole, who is a streamer type of thing, right? Like there's a lot of people who I've watched who I'm like, yeah, you know what? I don't think I'll associate with that person.
Yeah. There's been more. Okay. The majority of the people I have met on Twitch, I agree. But there's the minority, that are genuine and like wholesome like you.
Oh, I'm just, that's a front. I'm a foul mouthed person when I'm not streaming. I'm actually trying to hold in my swears right now too. So no, you get me started, you're gonna hear my opinions on other things. But I mean, like there's just people out there who I know who when they stream, like yourself, I've watched a number of your streams, and you command a lot of respect and a lot of and you entertain a lot of people when you were doing it. And
I try.
Yeah, and that's something that is hard to find when you kind of see it. There's some people, like, for example, and I can't name names because they might be on this podcast one day. I'm just joking. They probably won't be on this podcast. But I've seen some of these larger streamers and stuff like that, like, and I understand why they do it. It's the same way why I kind of think about the word friend. They'll go like pog. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know what I mean. It's of course it's solely a Twitch thing because on Mixer and YouTube they don't have those things. They don't like pog and what's the other one?
Craigasm.
Craigasm or Kappa. Kappa, that's the one. Kappa, and then them, associating everybody with like, okay, chat, let's go and do this, and it's just like, it just feels like I don't want to go that far. If it means that I totally isolate and not isolate, but lump everyone together as chat.
That's exactly, you just put it into words.
You know what I mean?
I don't like it. Like, I get it if it was a YouTube video kind of thing, but like, if you're live and you're streaming, like, personally, my whole purpose with streaming is not just to like talk to a big group of people while I play games.
Yes.
It's to like know each person in my stream and like not necessarily make friends. If friends are made, all the more,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
to make a community, like a home, not necessarily an escape, but if escape need be, then yeah. But I guess, yeah, home, I guess, like a secondary home per se.
Yeah,
for people.
that's fair.
But my efforts have not been successful as things keep coming up. But that's life.
Yeah, life comes up. But I mean, once you have that, everything else kind of like down pat, and you're back into the streaming mode again, I don't see you having any trouble getting back on that horse or that bicycle per se. It's just one of those things where if you have the opportunity to do it, like and stream, do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have that opportunity to hit that stream button and put a smile on someone's face, even if it's only one person, I think it's totally worth it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. And I like it. Like, I mean, do you find that aside from the fact that you're also a variety streamer like myself?
Yes, very.
Yeah. And there's a bug here flying around in my. basement. Being a variety streamer, and you find that you know,
I
you
like that.
attract a certain type of person.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that the variety streamers, the personality is more what catches me, to be honest. Because when I go to streams, I don't look for the game they're playing, the quality of their content. I look at their personality, their attitude, if they're, positive, negative, etc.
Yeah.
I don't like if you're having fun, you're having fun. It's what games are for.
Now, if you're having, like, I mean, you know me as a kind of like clean cut type of family friendly type of streamer.
Oh yeah,
Um,
200 deaths in Final Fantasy 13.
yeah,
Never forget.
yeah, I know, right? It does get frustrating, but I mean, there are some people out there who are, I guess, they're Schadenfreude. What's that thing? Schadenfreude, something like that. They like seeing people suffer. And
So-
like not just me, like, yeah, for me it's something, but there's people who come to Twitch who want to see that guy punch the screen or break a glass over their head or something like that, and self-harm. yell at the people they're losing to. I mean, I feel that that's really unhealthy, but some of those people are the most popular on this stream, aside from the other problems that the streaming platforms have with over sexualized people, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to get into that one.
Oh, I found your no go zone, huh? But I mean, like, there's guys too. There are males on the Twitch platform who are just as bad as the girls.
I cannot deny that one because I believe there is, but publicity probably just publicizes more of the female kind.
And also the Twitch algorithm.
Of course.
Right? The Twitch algorithm does that for everyone too. So I mean, they're just
considering the majority of people online are males.
Yeah, and that's basically what some of those guys are doing. Like, I just find it funny, which I find on the Twitch platform as well is so weird. I have not clicked on any big Twitch streamers. I have not clicked on the ninjas. I have not clicked on the Tafus. I have not clicked on the Amaranths or the who's that other Canadian girl streamer. I haven't clicked on those people, and I still keep getting suggested to those people. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, like, it feels like it's one-sided. And for me, I wish that, hey, you have this power of this search engine and the analytics of, even the stream and how many people come in and so on and so forth. And what those people watch, and then you do that. Why don't they do that for, that mid-sized streamer, that person who can't even put in 100 people on their stream at one point? Like, I've never been once given those people. It's always someone who is, with 1,000 or 10,000 people in their chats, and like, don't they realize that that's not what interests me? I don't know. I don't know if the Twitch algorithm or even the people who are working on their search engine function, or if they're not paying attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't say one name that is a personal per se experience with this quote unquote big time streamer.
Yeah.
They're actually genuine. Like, and as a big time streamer, and I mean they're getting 10,000 views, give or take some.
Yeah.
And they're actually genuine. Like, they don't ignore chat. They still address people in chat as group of chat, but
yeah.
Once you get to that level of people, I can't really blame them for saying.
No, I understand that. I understand that. I'm the first one to defend that too. With a larger streamer, what I'm saying is, like, if they're really trying to build bigger brands, a bigger brand with more people, give me that person with 100 people in chat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That would be what what would be really cool, hypothetical, of course.
Yeah.
Highly doubt Twitch would pick this up, but they average out the, let's say, the numbers, quote unquote, of your stream, and they recommend you to other streamers that have your amount or lower type of followers deal.
Yes.
That
So
would be better.
that's something that I would get behind with on. You know what I mean? That's something that I wish that they would embrace. But you know, obviously, the larger creators are ones making the money, right? And I actually want to segue into this next point about the money portion and people who are making that living on there. Like you said, you can't blame them by calling everyone in chat. You can't go single out one person, right? If that person has 10,000 people, I can't even fathom talking to 10,000 individual people. There's just
I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, there's just no way, right? And I totally understand. And I think I've you know, in my travels, I've had conversations with other people in my chat, in other people's chats and stuff like that, in other discords, with people who are making sub only chats and stuff like that. And
I don't like that.
yeah, exactly. That's the sub only chat I don't like. And the other one is you can't chat in my chat unless you're following me. That's inflated growth, right? That's not real growth, right? Like, it just doesn't.
It's like you have to follow. You have to follow me for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
before you can talk to me. Like, no, come on. Like, how are you gonna know if you like the streamer or not?
And I don't like that paywall too, right? That's, you have to sub to talk to me. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Right? I don't know if it's probably Twitch, you know, pushing that type of behavior, obviously, because they're trying to make money. But I kind of defend the people who are, you know, who are larger and who have, you know, who have benefactors who are, you know, who are dumping like thousands and thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just not treat that person differently, you know, or, oh, you're just the same as everybody. But thanks for the 10 grand that you just put into my livelihood for the year. Man. You know
that's
what I mean?
Another one bothers me.
Right? Like, there's some people like, oh, you know, they get bigger, and then I was like, yeah, but you and some people when they talk about those larger streamers who, you know, let's forget about the sub only chat. Let's say that there are people asking for subs. I saw someone complaining about, you know, sub goals and stuff like that. I was like, but you guys have to realize, if you want this streamer to be a full-time streamer, they have to, you know, be on the ball in asking for those subs, be on the ball for, you know, letting people know that there's a way to support them. Because if you want them to continue streaming at the time that you always catch them every week, and you want them to be, you know, you want them to continue streaming for 8 hours. Like, some of these streamers stream for like 12 hours a day.
Right? I just don't get it.
It's insane.
Another thing is, their computer must be just so mind-boggling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, that's another thing too. Like, that's another thing. Even for me, as a smaller streamer myself, I have benefited from generous people like yourself and other folks who have, you know, contributed to the channel. And then some people look at it, someone who's new, and he takes it, they're like, oh wow, he's gotten people donating, and he's got people supporting him, and I'm just like, yeah, but I've been doing this constantly for the last 2.5 years, every single week, you know?
Yeah, you have been much more dedicated than I am. I'll definitely give you that.
And you will be dedicated soon. Don't you worry about that. Like, you know, I've created my own little schedule, and I've followed it. But what people don't see is, like, and you're the one who helped make me cry that one stream. And I was pushing it and letting you guys know, right? Like, the lights, the internet, the upkeep of my computer, right? That stuff, I put all my money into it, right? And then my time into what I'm doing right now to, one, get better at conversationalizing. Is that even a word? One, being able to,
Conversationalizing.
yeah, being a conversationalist with the people in chat, being
I
comfortable.
think that's a word.
You're right. Like it's,
I'm pretty sure.
you have to learn how to do it. And and there's some days where I get off guard when all of a sudden there's 17 people on chat and they're chatting, and I'm just like, oh, I can't keep up with chat. This is not good. And
I get that feeling sometimes.
right. And it's practice. And then there's some people who, and there's people who are, I don't know, I want to say it because I'm going to say it because I'm going to feel old, who feel like they're woke about oh, look at this guy, he's doing this, oh, it's so easy. I was like, but you don't realize that I used to stream to 2 people. you know you don't realize that I practice my intros and my outros, and I do, I spend every waking hour that's not with my kids or my wife or at work, reading up on how to make my stream better. What are you guys doing? What are the people who, right? Like, I'm not talking to you, obviously. I understand where you're at. I'm talking about, there's some people who I know, who ask for some, advice and help on streaming, and then they don't do anything productive.
Yeah, I've ran into those. I mean, I like. There was someone who I came into the stream and they seemed to be new to streaming, and I offered my assistance and I gave them my Discord, and they're asking me questions, and I was telling them things and steps to do on how to like set up a donation type page, set the notifications, things like that, because they wanted to be more professional.
Yeah.
And given I couldn't help them a lot because they were trying to stream from Xbox on Twitch, which, given I've done that myself, is not the best.
No, but it's so at least he's streaming, right?
Yeah, of course, and that's what's good. And I don't think they ever contacted me again. I haven't received a message from them yet.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I gave them not super detailed instructions.
No,
but like,
fair enough.
I gave them the gist,
Hey, I mean, like, there's things too, right? Like, you can't always be hanging out with each other. We all have lives, right? We all have things that we concentrate on. But
Indeed. At
least give the person the benefit of the doubt that you've taken at least their advice. Have you even seen them streaming lately?
No, I've checked.
Oh.
I actually wanted to stop by the stream to see see if they, set things up, but I haven't seen them live yet.
There's also some things that, some people are not made for it, right? Like,
yeah.
What do you think?
That's a tough question.
I never said this podcast was going to be easy.
No, you didn't. And that's fine. I like a challenge.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's like playing Dead Core.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I mean, becoming a streamer is I think for me very fulfilling.
Yes.
And if you go into streaming without any prior what's the word I'm looking for here, any expectations,
oops,
me, I don't expect anything. All I expect is me to hit that stream button, me to play the video game, and hopefully have somebody to talk to during said video game. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing I can hope for, right?
Those will be variables you can always control, and that's exactly my thing too. Those are my expectations.
Yeah,
I could stream for hours on end with no one there. I'm just there to play games.
Yeah.
But if people come by and hang out, then hey, it's just more fun.
Yeah, and you were going to do that anyways, right? So that's
all I'm going to do is play games. I mean,
yeah, you're going to play games anyways, and if people are there, then so be it. But that's also comes to another thing that I wonder, and I know you do like some 6 hour, 8 hour streams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it if you're able to, then yeah, do it. Keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in that 8 hour stream, for me, even using my voice, right? It takes a toll sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to talk for 8 hours, holy moly! Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
I I remember doing a 20 I did a 24-hour stream over Christmas.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
Like,
That was tough.
yeah,
That was tough.
but you were also doing like Just Dance and stuff like that too. So that must have been you must have been
Oh no, I
exhausted.
just did. Oh yeah, you were there for that Rasputin day.
Yeah, yeah.
That was just for fun.
I know, but still, like you find something to entertain people with, and you do it. And that I kind of touch on this on some of my YouTube videos that I've done. Like people in broadcast, some of them, or not some of them, but most of them are under union, right? And they can only say or speak for a certain amount of time, and they're paid to do that, right? And I feel bad for some of these people who are not partnered in streams, who do, these 8 hour, 9 hour, 10 hour, 12 hour streams with no one watching, and they're going nowhere, but they haven't thought about the compartmentalized portions of their stream for that 8 hours.
As in like planning the 8 hours kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. You have like different timelines on yours, right? You're like, I'm gonna do this game, and then we'll do some Just Dance because I'm falling asleep here, and then we'll play. You know what I mean, right? I was there for most of that one stream that you kind of switched games and you did all that, and
Oh yeah,
I
switched
find that
games
there's some
quite
people
a bit.
who literally just play that one game, right?
Yeah.
And literally it's 8 hours later, and I was still the only one watching. You know, I would go off and do my thing, come back to my computer, and it's like, oh, they're still at it. Holy moly. You know?
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Like there has to be some planning, and I feel like um I feel like there's not enough training, and I feel like there's not enough like barrier. The barrier is so low that anybody can do it, that it's a bad thing and a good thing all at the same time. You know what I mean?
Hmm. So you mean like, as in, let's say the concept of like quote unquote making money off Twitch, it doesn't take a lot, is what you're saying, right?
I more like anybody can get an Xbox and start streaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
But aside from the fact that if they want to make that money, they have to become someone who can talk to chat at the same time.
Yes.
They have
And
to,
I find that challenging at some
right?
points.
Exactly. That's why we're I'm trying to do it as often as possible, and I try to be as professional of what a professional streamer should be, whatever that means. But to create something for people who are who get instant gratification with their Instagram and their Twitter and their YouTube videos that are only 4 or 5 minutes. Like, I find it amazing that some people can hold attention for 4 or 5 hours to 10,000 people.
Yeah, that is crazy to me.
So what happens is they give those people who can hold those people's attentions for 4 hours straight, but for those 10,000 people, the younger people who are watching that think that they can just go and do a 4 hour stream, you know.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? And then it just
Yeah.
burns them out because no one's watching them, and they feel like they haven't gone anywhere. But in my for me, I would say, hey, do that 4 hour stream. You learn and try to find something to learn while you're streaming, and become something more than the one streamer that you watched who was doing a speed run of Final Fantasy VIII or something like that and didn't say a single word for 12 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's rough.
You
I,
know?
I'm I've gotten a couple of my friends into streaming, and one of them, they're very silent when they stream, and I don't know if that's their goal or if
Mhm.
that's they just don't like talking. but
I
I
mean,
see they don't really seem happy streaming. And what it like, I just, but they still do it, and I'm
yeah.
like, hey, if you want to do it, go ahead. But
Hey,
I mean,
yeah. If you're
I don't know.
happy,
And you know what? Clap your hands.
yeah, clap your hands. Exactly. I mean, like if you can do that and that makes you happy, then great. But don't go out after that 15-hour stream and be like, oh, only one person watched me. I'm like, hey man, one person watched you. That's good,
Yeah,
right? That's a good
definitely.
thing, you know. And you know what? I have this conspiracy theory in my head. You know those
Uh-oh.
speedrunners?
Hmm.
I feel like some of them just record, you know, that one day that they they did 12 hours of speed running, and they're just playing it on their on their Twitch. But that's just me and my conspiracy theories. That's all.
I actually saw something that might amaze you.
Mm.
I I was watching this Final Fantasy 13 speedrunner, and you know the time they beat it in?
What's how long?
You gotta guess, bro. It's gonna amaze you.
An hour? But did he glitch through it?
Okay, well that's okay. Maybe it won't amaze you.
I know speedrunners have these glitch things that they do. So unless he's not a glitch speedrunner, he was just
Oh no,
doing
no,
a regular
no.
speedrun.
Regular speed run.
Uh huh.
I think it was around 4 hours and 50 minutes,
Holy crap!
which is absolutely insane. I think
That
he
is
actually world
fast.
right.
Final Fantasy 13 in 4.5 hours. I can't even.
It's
He must have had to avoid a crap ton of monsters to get through that. Oh,
honestly, I have no idea.
Mrs. Republic is home.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a second. I'm down here.
Tell Mr. Public I said hi.
Yeah, I will. But yeah, yeah. I mean, like, if you can do that, that's freaking fantastic. You know, like it's something that you can do. By all means, you know, showcase that to the world. But some speedrunners are like super concentrated and they don't even talk to chat. You know,
Yeah.
and I mean, like, if that's gonna be it, then that's great. Like, it's just like somebody who is playing something professionally in an esport or something like that, and they can't talk to chat. You know, chat will understand why you're not talking. I understand it. You know, but what I don't
Oh yeah.
understand,
It's like professional league type stuff.
yeah, you need to concentrate, or you're playing Cities Skylines and there's no word being said, right? Is it just me
That's a
or I
that's a whole different league.
you know, I don't think there's a speed run in making a city. Like, I'm sure that you could make it that way, but it's something that you kind of take a look at and go, okay, so why is this streamer not streaming? And like, there's some people who don't have cam on. I've done it before. You've done it before. I do
Oh
some
yeah.
streams that I don't have voice or cam on, and that's fair. But there's some people who do that constantly, and they wonder why they don't grow. And I can say right away, you'll start growing as soon as you put a cam. You'll start growing as soon as you put your video on. And some people don't want to listen to that advice, I guess, if you want to call it. It's sometimes it's a necessary evil, especially if you're trying to stand out from the 80,000 plus streamers on this platform, right?
Yeah.
And that's just the streamers, you know. And there's I just find it funny that there's people who think that they can go out and do these things that these original pioneers who never had voice or cam on, they think that they can emulate that, but they can't grow because that person who does those speedruns for those games or that who does that silent game playing, they've been around, and that's the people who are going to watch them is going to watch them. You know what I mean? There's no connection between the streamer and the person who is watching for someone
Yeah.
who's brand new, especially with new people and younger people coming in and finding Twitch, you know?
I think that also has something to do with variety streamers and non-variety streamers.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I can totally go for another hour talking about Fortnite. Let me tell you, I'm just joking. I, I do like my Fortnite streamers though. There's a couple of people that I do follow, but I just find that I can't really watch their streams because I'm not a shooter type of guy either, right? So it's not
Yeah.
who I am and whatnot. But I do have friends who stream Fortnite and they're very successful at it. 25, 35 people watching them at all times, and I feel like if they change up their um uh the way they stream a little bit and tweak things here and there, I'm sure that they're going to be very successful in the future. And actually, there's another thing too. Is just like there's some people who have come into the stream.
Where are my children?
Your children are your children, my dear. So she's like, "Oh my God, is that live?" Oh man, and I'm recording. I'm just recording my face right now too. So, yeah. So yeah, I think it's kind of funny, right? Like, there's people out there who think that what's been done before will be the success of themselves, but I feel like you always have to keep changing things up and trying something new with your streams.
That also depends.
Mm.
If people are not tired of what you're doing, and you let's say you keep the same scheme, the same webcam setup, the same games and all that, same schedule and all that.
Yeah,
If people stop showing up, that doesn't necessarily mean they aren't interested or they're losing interest either.
true. That is true.
So changing your scheme or you're changing things up isn't always going to be successful. So like just my personal thought is like if you find a theme or some type of thing that you like and you want to stick with that theme, stick with it. But if the streamer gets tired of that theme, change it up. Set up your stream how you would want to see a stream. Like if I were to like watch myself stream, I would think I would be entertained, not to sound egotistical, but that's because the way I stream is how I would like to be entertained.
Correct.
Per se.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm the same way too. I mean, like then again, every streamer is a little bit egotistical to that point, right? But I find
Kind of have to be a little bit.
yeah, but I find that streamers, even as egotistical as you say that we are, I'm putting words in your mouth now. Streamers themselves are not egocentric though. I find that streamers are more adept at being able to bring people in to their world, right? And have those people feed that egotistical type of need that streamers have to have and want people to watch them and stuff like that. But the inclusivity of the chat and trying to bring people in and trying to include these people that like I said, the inclusivity of chat and being able to stream to a broad range of people and a broad range of countries and demographics and stuff like that. I feel we are community builders, and I had this conversation just this past weekend about YouTubers, why some YouTubers or YouTubers in Calgary, how come they can't get together for a meetup like the way Twitch streamers in Calgary do. And we had like maybe about 50 or 60, 70 people at this bar downtown, and I'm part of the YouTube community as well. And the 3 or 4 YouTubers that I knew that were there were questioning why can't the YouTubers get together the way the Twitch guys do. And I was telling them, just like, well, it's because the YouTubers are egocentric, right? Because the YouTube channel is, I am the YouTube star, and I will put that video on there, and people who will comment it will comment on there, and I have my idea and you can't steal it. Whereas a Twitch creator is like, hey, how can I become as good as so and so, the person that I like watching, or I really like that from there, and they're doing that really well. How do I do that too? Do you know what I mean? Whereas
Yeah. because YouTube, it's from what I've noticed and the algorithm of YouTube and the copyright rules of YouTube, you could basically copyright anyone's video if you even have like a 2 second snippet of your face or anything at all in the video, or they reference something you've done. It's copyright. Isn't like, hey, that's mine. Like you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, exactly.
It's
Whereas,
toxic.
yeah, where Twitch people are just like, hey, I'm doing my thing, you're doing your thing, you keep doing you, bruh. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeet.
Yeet, yeet, yeet that YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but man, you know what? I think that was a pretty good first podcast. What do you think?
Yeah, like, feels good.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Feels
try to
good.
do this. I was thinking of doing this once a week with another Twitch streamer or YouTube streamer or Mixer streamer, and I'll be posting this up here. But before we close everything down, Eddie, is there anything that you want to let some of the people who already follow you know about you and what's been going on with you? If you want to, if you don't want to, that's fine too.
It's been a journey, Uh, so long story short, to make it very short story, around the same time I got into my accident, which was earlier this year,
Hmm.
my computer died out on me, and I had to take out another loan to get another car, and I've just been in a financial bust since then.
Yeah.
And I'm now home in Tucson.
Yeah.
I am no longer in the military, and my computer, which is a massive, it's a beast of a computer. It should not die anytime soon.
Good. Good.
And it's meant for streaming, so it's beautiful. That should be arriving Monday, and I have all the capable equipment to play. So
And the internet, the bandwidth to do it.
that's chancy. No, I
Chancy.
can't promise that one.
Okay.
I can't promise that.
But here's my challenge
there's
to
plans.
you. I have a challenge for you. Okay.
Mhm.
Set your schedule while you're looking and to rebuilding what you have. And you know what? I have to say, I am very I admire your strength to make a change in your life, to going back to Tucson and all of that stuff. I admire the fact that you did not go to, and I have no problem with it. Okay, maybe I do. Maybe I have a little bit. Of some of the people
That's okay.
on Twitter. No, not you. But the people on Twitter and Twitch, and then they go, guys, things are tough right now. Here's my donation link.
Yeah. I
have
hate, and I will never do
I
that.
have to say, I admire you for that. That you're able to look in the mirror and say, I have to change something, and I have to fix it, and I have to get my life back on track. You've not done that, and I'm sure that there's a time and place for it, and maybe one day that as I've made fun of that a little bit there, it might happen to me, and I have to do it. No, I probably won't. No, I'm if it means that I have to stop streaming to fix what's going wrong in my life, I will do that. That's what's
So
going to happen. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I mean that's like, it's my like perception on this is it's my problem. Why should I be asking for help? If it's my problem, I want to fix it. I don't want to ask other people to fix it. Like if need be, so be it. But if I can change what I need to fix things for myself, then I'm gonna change it myself. I'm not gonna ask for help.
no, and I think the help that we can give is when you start streaming again, you will tweet that out, and I will retweet it, and I will get as many people as I can to retweet it, and we will get you back into the streaming mode, get you back into doing your thing, and I am so glad that you were available tonight to do this. I'm one of those people who do things and not wait for permission to do so. And I would rather get things started. And I've been meaning to do this for such a long time now. I didn't know how I was going to execute it. I'm still in that building phase of and how I'm going to execute this podcast and how I'm going to distribute it and my hope is to have you and all the streamers that I'm having on in the next few months here be back again on the next quarter. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so I'm really hoping that we can do that again, and somewhere around December, and you come back on here, we get an update, talk about some of the current events on streaming and stuff like that. And I just want to talk about streaming. Like, that's something that I'm so passionate about, and I feel like it's such a great medium for people. And whenever I stream, I always think to myself, the people who come to my stream and who watch it, did I make a little bit of an impact in their lives? And as I have 5 or 6 people watching me at a time, and you've had a few people watching you too. Like, doesn't that make you feel good at the end of each stream, knowing that 4 or 5 people, 6 people decided to take time out of their lives just to hang out with you? It's so
Even one.
even one, fair enough.
Even one.
Even one word. Don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm a dick. Thanks. Yes,
Just
even
being
one.
so
If for even one person, if I was able to make someone smile just for a little bit, for a bit of time, I feel like that's one of the reasons why I stream. I'm hoping that we can do that again. Where can we find you on the internets?
So my social media is kind of sketched out everywhere. I don't really use Instagram. I think I might get rid of that.
Okay.
On Twitter, I am at Eddie Michels.
Yep.
On Twitch, I am twitch.tv/XLNinjamanLX. My phone number is, I'm just kidding.
My phone number here's my Skype, here's my address. Please find me there.
Coming out. See how that goes.
Oh,
But
it would have been funny if you was like, and my donation link is. I'm just joking. I'll stop. I'm sorry.
I should have said that. You should have said that.
You
You're
should
right.
have said
That
it.
would've
It
been
would have been so fucking funny.
It's so good.
Oh man. But yes, guys, if you would be so kind and totally check out Eddie's his socials, his Twitter and his Twitch. I'm sure that I can get his number there too. I'm gonna link it in the description down below, because this is gonna be on YouTube first. We're gonna put it down below. You can find him on Twitch, XLNinjamanLX, on twitch.tv/XLNinjamanLX, and you can find him also. And I think you spell Michels differently. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Michels.
Yeah. So find him there, and I'll link that there as well. If you guys liked this podcast, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hit that like button.
Better
Guys,
do it.
What was that?
You better do it.
Oh, he's bringing out the Batman there. His Christian Bale is coming out. If you guys want, you can also find me on twitch.tv/Brian's Republic. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well. All of that is on the description down below. Don't forget to let me know how you liked this podcast. If there's any constructive criticism, I would really love it, and hopefully you can let me know what I can improve on in the next one. Thank you so much, Eddie, for being part of this first stream. Thank you. I do hope. Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
It has been fun. And I'm hoping that we can do another one of these very soon, and maybe I have another podcast that I'm going to be doing here with my brother. I don't know how that's going to work, but maybe you can have a little cameo on there too, and add you as the third voice. But yeah, I think this is going to be the end of this podcast, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this one today. I will be uploading these podcasts once a week. I'll say Monday, every Monday from this point forward, at around 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So it's around, that would be 10 a.m. Eastern Time every Monday, depending on how many podcasts I decide to release in a week. But we'll start with Mondays every week. We're going to be talking about streaming. We're going to be talking about the internet. We're going to be talking about other things. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great night, a great day, wherever you are in the world. Again, my name is Brian, and
This is Ninja or Eddie.
The only Twitch ninja that actually makes
Hey, I'm the best ninja on Twitch.
the best ninja on Twitch now. XL Ninja Man LX. Guys, I hope you have a great one. We will talk to you guys soon. Cheers.